One of the iPhone camera modes is called time-lapse. This mode allows us to compress time. In other words, when you watch the video, everything will be moving dramatically faster. You may have seen this effect used in TV and in movies. The first thing you need to do is mount your iPhone onto a tripod. The thing with recording time-lapses is that the camera needs to be as still as possible. If you already have a camera tripod, you can use a simple clamp, which is cheap and easy to get hold of online. And if you don't have a tripod, you could just try resting your iPhone somewhere, like on a table. You can record a time-lapse anywhere, but try to film a scene which has some movement going on, something like cars or clouds passing. If you film a landscape and there are no clouds in the sky, then try to film a sunset so that something is at least changing during the shot. Otherwise, your time-lapse might simply end up looking like a still photo. So if you have more than one lens option on your iPhone, choose the one that suits your shot best. For this shot, I have quite a nice dramatic sky and a strong wind pushing those clouds along. So I'm going to use the ultra-wide angle to get more of that sky in. Next step is to set exposure. I recommend that you lock exposure so that the camera doesn't keep adjusting it during the shot, because it just looks less smooth and cinematic when the exposure keeps adjusting. So tap and hold where you want the focus to be set and wait for it to lock. I'm just tapping on the sky area here. Now I can use the slider to fine tune. So I usually adjust down a little bit, but it depends on the scene. So now tap the record button and just leave it running. So just make sure nobody moves it or knocks into it while it's recording, because that's going to ruin the shot really. Now here's one interesting thing, because with a phone like a Samsung you can choose the frame rate you want to shoot depending on the scene. But with the iPhone it's different. It decides how fast to play back the video depending on how long you recorded. So the final video will usually come out somewhere between 20 to 40 seconds, and no matter how long you actually record for. So therefore the longer you record, the fewer frames that are going to be captured each second, and the more speeded up the final effect will be. So take for example the first one I recorded, I left for 10 minutes and it came out at 24 seconds. And the second one I left recording for about 30 minutes and that one came out at 33 seconds. And there's not too much difference visually between the two. But if you were to record for say 3 or 4 hours or even longer, time would be noticeably more accelerated. Well, it looks like my time on this video has lapsed.